What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Dubai. This is season 2, episode 8, and the episode is titled The Sisterhood of the Traveling Voice Note, you guys. And before we go ahead and jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out of this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this episode of The Real Housewives of Dubai, shall we? Okay, you guys. So this episode it opened up, and we are on the next day after the whole situation that happened at Stanbury's home. And so she and Sergio they were in bed talking about it, right? And what I will say with Stanbury is I don't 100% agree with her putting all the blame on the other black woman. Yes. Do I think that she came there to start mess? Absolutely. Her coming there with that sage, that she knew what she was doing. She was getting the party started, right? So I don't feel I don't disagree with Stanbury in that regard. What I will say, however, comma, is that do I think that the other black woman is the prime, just 100% at fault for this? I disagree because I feel like Talene and Rafie, they played a part in this as well. Talene said that she didn't want to address anything at Stanbury's home, but she then ultimately ended up addressing the things at Stanbury's home. So yeah, we gotta place equal. We gotta be fair when it comes down to it. It's equal blame. Talene played a part in it, and so did the other black woman. So I don't agree 100%. I do agree with Stanbury that she is deserved an apology. Do I think she's going to get an apology? Absolutely not. I don't believe she would get an apology from the other black woman. You guys can let me know what you think. Then Sergio. I don't know how Stanbury is married to Sergio because Sergio is too much. He's clingy. He's needy. Because she was talking about in an interview that Sergio saw a loo, a louvre, I guess a toilet, right? And it was I guess it was like a his and hers or a dual one, and he wants it. I'm like, oh my god. So are you saying to me that when Caroline is in the bathroom going number one, going number two, he wants to be in there with her? And then at the end of it, he said, Tiki Tiki. She said, absolutely not. I hollered when Stanbury said, absolutely not to Tiki Tiki. God, I don't know how she's married to Sergio. I really, truly, honestly do not know how she is married to that man. But it is what it is. It's her husband. And if she likes it, I love it. So we'll move on to the next person, you guys. And that is going to be our girl Lisa, who was also on Watch What Happens Live last night. Lisa looked so good on Watch What Happens Live, but Lisa always does it with the fashion. She is that girl. Um, so Lisa was packing for her trip, and she asked her husband, like, "Are these earrings, Bali chic or whatever?" And he was like, "I don't even know what that means." So Lisa, with her getting ready to go out of town or go away to Bali, she's have things for him set up to do with the boys, has a schedule, right? He was like, "This should just say daddy, daddy, daddy," right? And his mom's also come. So she was like, "Okay, with your mom here, I know you won't be feeding our sons, just junk food." So she's cool with that. Hey, hey, Bill, how are you doing? And hey, Greta, how are you both doing today? Bill, have you watched this yet since you in my live? But yeah, so we see Lisa. So Lisa is talking about the trip. and she's wondering how Talene and the other black lady will respond to each other. And honestly, I wouldn't want to go on a trip with both of them. Let me say this real quick about Talene and the other black woman. I do feel like they are one and the same. I feel like the reason why they're butting heads so much with each other right now is because they are literally the same person. I don't think that Talene is as mean as the other black woman, but in order to be friends with someone like that woman for 8, 9 years, y'all got some stuff in common. Belle says I did, but it wasn't any sound, and I have to record it over again. Oh no. I hate when that happens when you record a video and it doesn't have any sound. Oh, I hate that. So yeah, Lisa's just worried about how things will go on this trip. Lisa should be worried about how things are going to go with her on this trip because we're going to get into that once we get to it. Now, let's move on over to Talene real quick. So with Talene, we see her and Rafie talking. And Bill, I know last week that you said that Rafie wasn't wrong. Here's my thing. With Rafie, he was wrong because he said to, damn it, I'm going to have to say her name for just this quick second in this part. Rafie said to Brooks that he will F her up. And Rafie kind of bucked at Brooks because if you listen to Rafie in this episode, he was like, he's embarrassed by himself. I think Rafie is embarrassed after thinking about what he did. Do I think that now here's my thing. When it comes to Rafie, do I think he was wrong to defend his wife? Absolutely not. I don't think that he was wrong at all defending Talene. I just think that he was wrong by kind of coming at coming at Brooks the way he came at her. I think that's the only thing that I would say Rafie was wrong about. But then I like the fact that he told Talene that she needs to take accountability for her part. And I was like, thank you, because Talene does have a part in this. Talene could have easily ignored the other black woman and just walked away. Because I think we've saw that now. I think we've saw it now from Brooks that she likes to antagonize people. She likes to start shit with other people and just kind of like if you guys remember that commercial with the little boy and his sister where he was like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. That's how she is to me. Bell says I didn't hear him say I'll f you up. Yeah, he definitely said it. If you go back to last week's episode, it was the point where he was getting ready to walk out the door because they bleeped it out. But I just question their friendship. Like they were friends for what 9, 10 years. And Talina saying that she's never saw this side of the other black woman. I'm like, really? But she did say that they also never hung around a group of girls like this before. And I was like, that kind of makes a lot more sense. Also, Talene said in her interview that she didn't beg her to be on this show. In fact, she said she and Rafie were kind of debating if for a whole year if they wanted to be on the show. Now, do I believe that? I would say 50% of me believes that because I mean, last week the woman did say that she asked to be at Lisa's fashion show. This would with Stanbury. So you may have weighed your options. And like I've said plenty of times before, when it comes to Talene, do I feel with Talene that she owes blind allegiance and loyalty to the other black woman? I do not. Like I've said plenty of times before, Bravo and whoever their production company is, they when they get ready to film these seasons of these shows, they typically ask the cast members on the show, do you have any friends that you want to suggest to be on this show? So I'm pretty sure she suggested her friend be on this show. Bravo and a production company reached out to her. They interviewed her. They probably did some test scenes with her and the other black woman. They liked what they saw, and they probably offered her what do they hold? Gold bars. So I don't think it's what she's saying, everything that she's saying. I think it's bits and pieces to what both of them are saying, and the truth lies in the middle. But let me know what you guys think. Belle says, but just because she wanted to go to those cool places doesn't mean she wanted to be on the show. That is true. I'll give you that. That doesn't mean that she wanted to be on the show, but it's kind of interesting that these were filmed events. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, Bill. Just because she wanted to go to those doesn't mean she wanted to be on the show. I definitely agree with that. See, this is why I say I would never personally do reality TV with with my family or my friends, because unless I want the relationship to be disintegrated, then yes, I'll do it. But if I want to salvage that relationship, I would never do a reality TV show. Because I told my best friend, I'm like, if we were ever offered the opportunity to do a reality show, I'm gonna say hell no. And she was like, why? I said, because I don't want it to ruin our 20+ year friendship. Like, I refuse to let a reality show come in between me and my friendships. Now, there are some family members that I would do a reality show with because I want to sever those relationships, but that's neither here nor there. So, next up, you guys, we get to the airport. So, the girls are getting ready to head to Bali. As much as I love Chanel Ayan, I don't understand. My God. And I have to agree with you, Bill. I'm sick of this shtick of her with the gowns and stuff. Like, girl, you are getting on a flight that is hours long. Why are you wearing this outfit? Everybody else is comfortable. Now, she did make a good statement that if the plane goes down and she gets ready to meet, our Lord and Savior, she's in couture. I'll give her that. But girl, I'm sick of it. Right? Just kiss your friendship goodbye. Absolutely. So when the girls got to the airport, when they got to the not severing family members relationships, absolutely, there are some family members that I don't rock with like that, and I would absolutely in a heartbeat do a reality TV show with them, so that because I would want people to see the real them, and then I would just be in my interviews, being my shady self, and be like, y'all see what I see, right? But when they got to the airport, I was hoping that this was a joke. When Stanbury and Sergio showed up, I was like, but Sergio did show up on the girls' trip last season. When I saw Sergio, I was with Ayan. I was like, Sergio, what are you doing here? Go away, Sergio. But Sergio said he was going to Spain. So they're getting ready to leave for the trip, and they noticed that the other black woman hadn't shown up. Now I did skip her scene entirely. I know that you guys don't have to say anything, because she was talking to Sarah about Belle. If you still on her, I love the way you say Sarah's name. It cracks me up. Every review when you say Sarah's name, Sarah, the way you say her name, I holler. I love it. I love it. I love it. How you doing, Kevin? But yeah, I love the way Belle says Sarah's name. By the way, you guys, go check out Belle. Go subscribe to Belle. She does pretty much everything that I do. She does books, which you ain't really done a lot of that lately, Belle, but hopefully you get back into that stuff, and black owned products. So go subscribe to my girl Belle. So we get on the flight to Bali, right? They get to Bali. Lisa, girl, I need you to let go of, like Rich told you, have fun on this trip. On the plane, you're doing work. So that's the one thing. When I went on my birthday trip, I actually left my work computer at home intentionally, because I knew I was thinking about taking it, but I was like, you're on vacation. Enjoy your vacation. Work will be there when you get back. So I want Lisa to let go of that computer. So the ladies show up in Bali, and when they got to Bali, the where they stayed at, it was amazing. And this is what I love about Housewives. When they get to wherever they're staying at, I can't stand it when they fight over the rooms. These women didn't fight over the rooms, and that was cool for me. So then they got ready for dinner. What I will say, they all looked good. The only two people that I noticed that had glam was Lisa, who looked amazing in that green, and Stanbury, who looked good too. It is so crazy. I tweeted this afternoon. watching the episode that this season I've actually grown to like Stanbury. Because if you watch my reviews last season, I couldn't stand Stanbury. Belle says, she said, I'm still here. Thank you, JB. I'm posting new book content in a week. Okay, good. Ooh, I said the same thing. No fighting over rooms. Yes. I was so happy. Now I got another question for Bravo. Why the hell was Saba there? That's the only question that I have. Why was Saba there? I do not like Saba. I saw last night on Watch What Happens Live that Lisa wants Saba to be a full-time housewife. I'm like, I think the hell not. I do not like Saba. It is something about Saba that just gets under my skin. And I know exactly what it was. It's that episode when she was talking about Ayan and her being, yes, we all know Ayan is over the top. But her comment about Ayan, it hit me in the ancestors. It gave me racist. I ain't saying that Saba is racist, but it gave me racist. Take it how you want to take it. Belle says, okay, get Saba's ass out of here. Baby, I can't stand Saba. Belle says she got a stank ass attitude, and she does. But you know the interesting thing is, did you see when she got to the airport, she hugged Lisa? That was like the first person she hugged was Lisa. And I was like, so do you like Lisa and not Ayan? Like, is it given that you like somebody? Never mind. I was gonna say something else, but like, do you like American black and not African black? Just questions that I wonder. Because baby, Saba definitely gives anti-black. I think that's what it is. Lisa is palatable. I think that's what it is when it comes to Saba. But again, I don't like Saba. Saba can go. Again, I know Lisa won't, and I know Lisa's cool with Saba, but we don't want Saba over here. No Saba. Mm-mm. Now that dinner that they was eating, I was kind of confused by the portion size. I'm somebody that likes my food, and I don't like small portions of food. So that would have been an absolute no from me. So once again, they're still talking about this whole situation, the fact that the other black woman hasn't shown up. I'm like, I think she's doing this for dramatic effects, you guys. I think she's doing this for dramatic effects. To just for what I think. You guys can tell me what you guys think. Bill says, bye. Sorry, Saba gone. Yeah. Be gone, Saba. So, Talene, what I will say to you, Talene, I think you did a little bit too much in this scene with Ion because they asked you if the other black woman shows up, how are you guys going to be on this trip? And you said that you want to sit down and have a conversation with her, and I'm okay with that. But then Ayan says to you that she heard that you chased behind the other black woman, saying, "Where is your husband at?" Now you did not chase behind her, but you did make that comment to her, "Where's your husband?" When your husband was defending you, "Where's your husband?" And you kind of jumped at her a little bit. So you going off on Ayan talking about, "Don't go there. I don't want any drama." She wasn't bringing any drama. Like, I didn't take that as drama, but you know what? Who am I to judge? Like, I didn't take that as drama. If you guys did, please let me know. I just thought Ayan was just saying, this is what Ayan was saying was, this is what I heard. And that's it. Also, Ayan, girl, let go of the wigs. Please retire the wigs, because the bald head, you look fantastic. You look phenomenal. You look amazing with the bald head. Bill says, "Okay, JB. Okay." I was like, "Where is the rest of the food?" Because I was so confused looking at that plate, and I was like, "First of all, what is it?" See, this, I want to be rich, but I want to be rich and eat my food, have food, good portions the size of food, not this little bitty. I don't know what you would call that. Bill says, "I love Ayan's bald head," and then she died. I think she died at blonde too, and it looked good. Like, I hate the thing with Ayan's wigs, and the same with the other woman's wigs. They give wiggy. Ayan's wigs give wiggy, and so does the other black woman's. They both give wiggy, and too wiggy at that. So where we at now, Sarah. I was with you up until a point when you were when they were asking you, has Akeem met your family? I think it's too soon for Akeem to meet your family, but he done already met your son. So what's the big difference? What's the big difference in him meeting your? Oh, when I think about her son, I think about her son twerking when he answered that door for that man. And I can't get that image out my head because I don't know why that little boy was twerking for Akeem. Sarah, what do you do in front of your child? I ain't judging you, but girl, your child is emulating you. But Sarah's talking about the fact that she's talking about the fact that she in their culture, in their religion, that you don't live with someone before marriage. If you live with them, it's kind of like, why get married? And I mean, I'm like, okay, I'll give you that. But then you saying that he's not your boyfriend, and I'm like, so what the hell are y'all doing with each other? Because it's confusing, even to me. But I don't really care. Bird food, absolutely what it was. But yeah, it was just confusing to me. But if Sarah like it, then I love it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And then while they're sitting to dinner, who shows up but the other black woman? She wanted a moment. Talking about she flew in on a private jet. Girl, I don't care who tell it. Baby, that boy say oh, baby, that boy say, you know what looks good. I am man and Mackie. I'd be twerking too. I'm hollering. I'm hollering because that is too funny. Because I didn't want to say it in my video, but yeah, Sarah, he definitely know what he likes, and it was Mackie. He liked a black man because he was really twerking. So, like I said earlier, when it comes to Talene and the other black woman, I literally think that they are the reason why they are going so hard right now. They're the same person. Again, like I said earlier, I don't believe that Talene is on the level that that one other woman is, but I think that they have some similarities with each other, right? What I wish she would stop talking about is this spiritual journey, this spiritual healing, this spiritual journey that she's on, because it's BS. And I was so happy when Stanbury told her, girl, cut the crap. I prefer um she says I prefer the other Brooks. And I was like, honestly, I do too. Because if you would stop saying that you feel like if you would stop saying you're on a spiritual journey and you're not, a spiritual journey would make you more calm, more zen, but you ain't none of that. Bell says you think they're the same. I do. I do. I think there are some similarities between them. I don't think that they are the exact same, but they have some things in common. I think that they have some things in common because the thing about Talene, because I remember she was on Watch What Happens Live a few weeks ago, right? I didn't watch that episode, but I did come on here and I said that I saw that the other black woman was going off on her on Twitter. And as much as I don't like that lady, she had every right to go off on Talene because Talene went on Watch What Happens Live and insinuated that she sleeps around with men for money. She insinuated that. So they have some similarities. They have some things in common. Because I mean, they've been friends for how long? What, 9 years? They like, and I think Rafie said it in the previous episode that they know how to push each other's buttons. Like, I think that those two are more alike than they care to admit. Because on both sides, the beef with both of them is stupid. It's stupid on the other black woman's side, and it's stupid on Talene's side. Like, y'all ain't nothing detrimental happen for y'all to have this big rift with each other, but it is what it is. Now we did see them as they went on a boat, and Ayan was telling the other black woman to talk to Talene, and she doesn't feel like this is the right time to have the conversation with her. And I'm like, if she feels that way, then I have to respect that. But I mean, y'all on a trip, so you could have sat down with her. But hey, if she's not at that point where she want to sit down and talk to Talene, it is what it is. But she did sit down and talk to Stanbury, and I was confused by that. I was confused by that because you've been going at Stanbury all season, You know what? If it makes, again, like I said, if it makes sense to her, then it makes sense to me, but it really don't. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, that I was confused about. I was kind of confused by that. Why did she bring it up if she didn't want to talk to Talene? That was, I didn't understand that myself. But I I can't make any reason when it comes to that woman because she makes no sense. Because how do you want to talk? How are you talking to Ayan about your relationship with Talene, but you're not ready to talk to Talene? But then you go and talk to Stanbury, who you have an issue with as well. Like, why not? Why not? Knock out two birds with one stone. But exactly. How can you talk to Stanbury and not Talene? Oh, I'm right there with you, Bill. I am so sick of her, beyond sick of her. And so then we see at, I forgot what part of this episode we saw, but we saw that now I think we're getting to the point where we see the dissolution of Lisa and Ion's friendship. I think it's a situation of a lack of trust. So we find out that Sarah, which I knew Sarah was a little fake and phony, so that doesn't surprise me. But we find out that Sarah had a voice note somewhere, and in the voice note, she said that she's not the biggest fan of the other black woman, which that's not a shock because y'all weren't the best of friends last season. So that was what I came into this season kind of confused. Like, how did y'all become such good friends with each other, right? So we also found out that Lisa had the voice note. She sent it to Ayan. Ayan played the voice note for Talene and Stanbury. And so we get to dinner, right? And the other black woman is talking about how Stanbury told her that she prefers the other black woman as opposed to this who's the one who's on the spiritual journey. And so they're like, you would prefer your friend to be toxic? She was like, no, it's not that. She's like, it's the fact that Sarah speaks for her. And thank you to the producers for playing back every time this season that Sarah has come in and tried to butt into the conversation and defend that woman. I'm like, thank you. That's what she's saying. Bell says, we all knew Sarah was a fake ass B. Absolutely. that that fake healed stuff. So you know, kudos to Stanbury because Stanbury is like, oh, she brought up the voice note, and Ayan was kind of looking like, oh crap, because Ayan didn't want them to mention it, and she didn't want them to mention it at the when they were talking about it at the when she showed it to played it for Talene and Stanbury. She was gonna Talene was like, well, let's wait until we go to Bali. I don't necessarily think Ayan really wanted to tell this. This was probably something that just came out because she was when she looked at Lisa. Lisa was like, the voice note that I sent you. She's like, Ayan, I sent that to you in confidence, and I was only sending that to you to ask you if you heard what I heard. Now, Lisa, I love you, right? Love Lisa down, but Lisa, that was you called Ayan messy, but Lisa, you were a little messy too. You were a little messy too. To send that voice note, you knew that if anybody else heard that, it could get out. So I as much as I want to sit here and say Ayan is messy, you were being messy as well. But I think this is what is the issue between Lisa and Ayan. Lisa doesn't feel that she can trust Ayan. Now, I know that they're getting ready to film the reunion because Andy asked for questions today on Twitter. And he mentioned it last night on Watch What Happens Live when Lisa was there. He asked Lisa, because he's like, I want you guys to be good. So he's like, because one of the questions was that people ask, can their friendship be repaired? She's like, yeah, our friendship can be repaired if Ayan is honest and doesn't make excuses, right? And she says, it's not like she slept with my husband, so we can absolutely move forward. Bill says, thank you. And it wasn't even private business about Lisa. Yeah. So, I mean, I can see, but this I think this is what the issue is, because if you guys looked at Ayan was so apologetic to Lisa, because I'm pretty sure Lisa probably did say to her like, Ayan, listen to this, tell me if I heard what I think I heard, but don't tell anybody. Like, this is just strictly between me and you. I feel like that's probably what Lisa said to her, and I think that might be why Lisa's hurt, because she said, but we'll see the continuation of it next week. But let me know where you guys stand. Like I said, it's messy on both sides. It's messy on Lisa's part, and it's messy on Ayan's part. But we ain't gonna let Sarah get away scot free in this. Sarah, you're fake. Let's just say that you're fake as hell. You are sitting over here pretending to be this woman's friend. She's on this spiritual. This is the same thing you did to Ayan. This is the same thing you did to Ayan, and I don't know why that other black woman was stupid enough to fall for it, but she did, because she's sitting over looking at Sarah like, "Did you say that, Sarah?" I can't wait to see how Sarah try to wiggles her way out of it. I'm so curious to see how. Can't wait to get to it next week. I cannot wait to get to it. Bell says exactly. That's who needs to be held accountable. Girl, I really want them. I want them to dig into Sarah. And then let's talk about Saba real quick, because when Stanbury was talking to Sarah, the other that fool Saba gonna sit there and say, "But that's what you do for your friends. You speak up for them." Girl, shut up, go away, go back home, go back to Dubai. We don't need you here. Like I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, Saba, shut up. But that's all I got, you guys. Overall, good episode. I'm enjoying this season of Dubai. I honestly didn't think that I was going to stick with it after those first two episodes, because I was ready to drop it, but I'm glad that I've stuck with it. I think we only have a few more episodes left this season, and damn, what's coming up after Dubai? Because we got OC and Jersey's about to wrap up. Damn, I don't know what we got. I mean, I'll still be reviewing OC because I'm living for OC. Living for the OC. My girls are back. Bell says the way I screamed at Saba when the way I screamed at the TV when Saba started talking, girl, yes. I So with New York, I know that they finished filming New York, but I don't know how far. I don't know where they are. Like, I know that they started filming the green screens, so I don't know. New York should be coming up soon. I'm thinking it's either between New York or Salt Lake City, one of those two. It could be both of them, but I do know that Salt Lake City is in the can. They're ready it's ready. So I'm hoping I actually hope it's Salt Lake City. Let me know if y'all want to review Salt Lake City as well this season, because if y'all say yes, I'll review it. If y'all say no, we'll let it pass. But I'm still on the fence about New York too. So yeah, leave it in the comments in the live chat. Do y'all want to review New York City this season as well as Salt Lake City? Y'all know I dropped New York in the middle of the season because it was mad to me last season. I couldn't get into it that much. Oh, Bill, you got to get into Salt Lake City. It's Salt Lake City. What I will say for Salt Lake City, if you don't want to go back and watch season 1 and 2, watch season 4 of Salt Lake City. That was a really good season. That was a good season. You say review New York. We'll see what the trailer. We'll look at the trailer, and I'll give it one episode. I'll give it 2 episodes, and then we'll see. Yeah, I dropped up with a quickness, and it really wasn't intentional. I forgot I missed one episode, and I just didn't come back. It wasn't intentional to drop New York last season, and then the reunion was nothing to me. As the reunion was boring, because I actually watched the reunion last season, and I just I was like, oh, I didn't miss much. But yeah, you guys. So I guess we will do New York when it comes back. And I think I want to do Salt Lake City because I want to see I want to see the stuff with Mary Cosby because I heard that her and Meredith are not cool with each other anymore. So yeah, I guess we'll do that. But in the meantime, we just gonna have. Oh, thank God Jersey's wrapping up. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Bill, Miami ain't even started filming. I don't even think Miami has started filming. Like I don't think that they've started filming. Because I don't even know who they decided to bring back for season 7. You said those are your favorites, Dubai and Miami. I love Miami down. Love it, love it, love it. Yep, I don't think Miami started filming because you know, granted, I don't know where they film at, but I didn't see anything. I didn't see any mention. I didn't hear anybody talk about it last week when I was down there. So I don't think Miami has done anything. I know that I saw Dr. Nicole film something, but I don't think it's Real Housewives of Miami. I don't. But I'm ready for my girls to come back. I'm ready for them to come back. Um, I'm actually ready for this new season of Atlanta, surprisingly. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and I'm gonna get off of here. Uh, be sure you guys go again, subscribe to Belle. She does Real Housewives of Dubai as well, and so go subscribe to her. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you are not already. Like the video, share it, and I will see you guys for another video. I'll see you guys again on Friday for Real Housewives of Orange County. See you guys then. Bye, y'all. Yeah, I had fun. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.